Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Well, here I am in London. What day? How long have I been here? It's about my 5th day in London, and this is basically the first time I've been able to be in a place kind of by myself to be able to make a video and not feel like a crazy person. This is the second hostel I've stayed in. The other couple nights I've been in another hostel in Chelsea, which was nice, though it was cold. I had a bed right next to the door in a 16 bed dorm room, and it was freezing cold. It has been snowing lately, so snowing. Okay, sorry. I just thought it sounded weird. So it's been really cold. Yeah, it was an interesting place to stay, having it be 16 beds, bunk beds on top of each other, just kind of lined up around the room. It was also a co-ed room, and the first day I was changing my clothes, and somebody stole. I don't want to assume that they were stole the adapter for my laptop, for my laptop cord, and my headphones. None of my money was taken from my wallet. There were other things that technically I guess could have been stolen while I was just changing my clothes for 2 minutes, but those were the two things that went missing, and I searched everywhere. But this is life. The second night, boy, that was a treat. No? 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 I was trying to fall asleep, and for some reason in this hostel, I had the hardest time falling asleep. I don't know if I was nervous or preoccupied, but I just did not feel tired until like 2 in the morning, even though I would go to bed at like 11:30, and I would just lay in bed kind of feeling tired but not really, and just not being able to shut up my mind. I don't know, my mind was just buzzing. I just couldn't fall asleep. My second night was one of these such nights, and this man comes in who has a bed, and it's about 5 feet across from, and he comes in and like sits on his bed, and he just starts munching on something. And this is at like maybe 12:30 in the morning, so like midnight and a half. And he starts munching on something. It sounds like corn nuts or something really loud and crunchy, but also compact. And he was kind of chewing in that way where there's an inhale or an exhale with the chewing, so like, and there's like an expulsion of gas out of the mouth while chewing. So this is just a wonderful night already. I have never experienced a sound that piercing and annoying while trying to fall asleep. I'd munched on these snacks, and he's also like farting into his bed, and eventually he lays down, keeps munching, and at this point I think, instead of keeping my purse like all the way hidden under my bed, I'm gonna sleep with it on my bed. So I grab it, just put it next to me, and kind of like cuddle around it just to be safe, because I don't know what this guy's gonna do. I don't know. I was just nervous. Take precautions. But it gets better. So there I am, still kind of just being in bed, and I think I'm getting kind of close to sleep, and then I start hearing running water, and I think, oh man, I do not remember there being a sink in here. Maybe it's in the corner and I just forgot. I don't know, but I didn't think there was a sink. And then all of a sudden, this girl, so she starts like yelling at him and asking him to stop. And I'm like, what is going on? So I like open my eyes and kind of like sit up in bed, and there's this guy just pissing on the floor, yelling at him and asking him to stop. And I'm like, what is going on? So I like open my eyes and kind of like sit up in bed, and there's this guy just pissing on the floor, just urinating, just peeing all over, just releasing urine from his, just pissing literally on people's shit. I didn't see any junk, didn't see any genitals or anything. He just kind of put whatever away, zipped up, and then laid down on this other bed that was not his. And there was a girl who was checking in that night at like 1:30, or no, at like 3 in the morning, who was supposed to be sleeping on that bed, but then couldn't because this drunken mess just fell asleep on it and then started snoring and sleeping like a freaking cat. Like, he just fell asleep and was just asleep. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna talk to him? How is he gonna respond to you? we all just kind of looked at each other and were like, what is going on here that this occurred? What just happened? We were just so confused. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can do to communicate with this guy. So they have to just let him sleep there and just evict him in the morning. And it was really, I don't know. I was so dumbfounded. Hey, welcome to London. You're starting to feel comfortable? Somebody might piss on your shit. I couldn't help but think that if you're a person who you know you're gonna be kind of crazy when you're drunk, or if you're gonna pee on things when you get too drunk, because he was obviously very, very wasted. If you're one of those people, you need to, like, either not drink when you're in a room with 16 people, or just not drink that much. You need to take care of your business. You need to take care of your shit. Just don't drink to the point where you're gonna pee on people's shit. Like, what if you end up peeing on Bruce Wayne's casual wear, and then he's gonna turn into fucking Batman and tear you up? I don't know. Who's really into revenge, and then they're just gonna come get you because you urinated on their pants. That was my second night here. People would laugh later, you know, it's one of those stories like, wow, I was traveling in London and this guy just started peeing everywhere. It was so funny. Later. And also it didn't happen to my stuff, so it's a lot easier for me to look at it from a comedic point of view, as opposed to, oh wow, my stuff got peed on. I have to go through the effort of getting human waste off of my clothes. And then the next morning, the girl who was supposed to sleep in that bed, we kind of made friends. She was from Florida, but she's been studying in Spain, and so that was pretty cool. We ended up going to this Holly festival, and it has been so cold. It's just been snowing, and it's freezing outside, but we decided to go anyway, and I'm really glad we did, because it was a lot of fun. It was just, a somewhat small group of people, but pretty sizable, but I think it was only affected because of the weather and how cold it was. But everybody who was there was like a die-hard person who was, you know, they were just there to have fun, and everybody was dancing. They were playing Indian pop music, and eventually they brought out some guy who started teaching like choreography to this dance where you, like, you know, go around and, like, you know, it was just a lot of fun. I got some of my clothes stained with the powdered dye, and it was connected to this gallery, this kind of hidden gallery called the Orleans Gallery House. And there was this art exhibit in there called Noah's Art. So it was animals and art, and there was some really cool stuff there. Yesterday we went to Camden Town, and so that's this huge outdoor market. Still freezing cold, so I was there were points when I really wasn't enjoying myself because it was so cold, and I could feel my toes turn to icicles, and my fingers were cold enough that I didn't want to get food because it would be hot, but then the food would cool down, so it would kind of heat up my fingers enough, but then it would be so disappointing anyway that it just wasn't worth it, and I wasn't hungry enough that I wanted to spend money on food that I wouldn't enjoy fully. Met some new people, and then the night before that, after the whole Holly Festival, we went to a bar with some of the people who were also from the hostel. Made some friends from, like, France, Portugal, some other girls who were traveling from the United States. There was a big group of guys from Korea who were really nice. And just all these people, and it was a lot of fun. So we met them and then hung out with some other people and went to Camden Town. So everybody's been nice for the most part. Things have been really good. Tomorrow I head to Austria. I know nicht German, besides nicht, really. I know how to say mineral water, and not so good. That's basically the extent of my German. Nicht so gut. Wasser and Mineralwasser und Mineralwasser. That's my German. That's it. I know like 3 words. So hopefully there's enough friendly people who know English who can help me out, and I'll make my way and it'll be great. And then the next day I get to visit my friend Helen and get to hang out with her for a couple of days, and she can show me the place. And I'm really, really excited for the program to start, you guys. For people coming to the London thing, I'm so pumped to see all of you. I love you all, and I hope you get here safe. And I miss everybody at home. If I've talked to you, you know that, because I'm gonna start to cry because I miss you all. So, to my parents, to Tyler, to Brittany, to anybody who's there, and Loopy, I don't know why I specifically am thinking of your name, and like Suze and Maddie Dunks, but I miss you guys. Can't wait to like hang out this summer. Hopefully you're there. Episode 1 of my London travels. I don't know if there should be a specific title. Maybe you guys can let's have like a contest or something. I don't know. What should my series based on my expeditions in Europe for this trip, what should I call this series of videos? Put a comment down below. Also, if you want to subscribe to my channel, I put out a couple videos about like a year ago. I haven't been very good at it since then. I just haven't had a lot of time. But this trip, I'm planning to put out quite a few for London. So comment if you want to title my series for London and Europe in general, my travels, whatever. And if you want to subscribe, I believe that a button is above, kind of over there, I think. Yeah, so do that. That'd be awesome. Okay, bye.